Hello, Earth signs. I am doing elemental readings on this first glorious day of spooky season, aka fall. It is the start of Libra season, so you can check out my Libra season video that I did as a general and hear more about everything going on, I guess. I'm also going to be going live on Instagram this evening. Didn't really establish the time because I'm just like doing this, but yeah. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of the Halloween Oracle, obviously, because it's Halloween season. So, and it'll probably be around, I'd say until December. I'm going to be doing damn near exclusively Halloween Oracles and demons. So what I'm looking to do here is pull three demon cards. We're going to also include the top and the bottom. And then we're going to go back to the Halloween Oracle for a full reading. So, yay! Looks like we've got plenty here. What the fuck, dude? God damn it. Fine, you get extras. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to argue about it. We're just going to fucking go for it. Whatever, bitches. I'm seeing some that I like anyways, and some that I've pulled for myself. So yeah, we're going to take them all. Fuckers. Anyways, you know how it goes with the Halloween Oracle. They are channeled messages specifically from the dead. Because I am the necromancer. And yeah, so it's going to be very channeled messages. Again, going to pull more of these. The demons, although I do usually entrust them only with money, work, finances, etc., for the season, it's kind of their time of year. So think of it more general. Okay, let's get started. So up top we have the cauldron, synergy, and healing. So it's time to kind of get together and make peace. You can, bring the pot, they'll bring the stew, whatever it is, but you gotta work on it. You have to work on your relationships, your connections, learn to work with other people, learn to work together, and create something for everyone is sort of what I'm getting. Creating something for everyone, okay? And part of working with other people might be admitting that you haven't done so well in the past, right? I've never been one to work well with others. I mean, I am, but I'm not, I'm great to have on the team till you piss me off. And then it's like, I'll be professional when there's people around. I ain't gonna talk to you though. And I think that's not working well with others. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to squash beef and throw it away. I don't hold grudges necessarily, but if I don't like someone, I just don't fake it. So, again, synergy, and it's time to kind of heal that energy that we have. Maybe have. Especially Taurus, because I'm a Taurus. But all earth signs. Especially if you just have a cold demeanor. You just don't smile much or respond often. You could be dissociating for all they know, but it just kind of comes off as rude. So it's time to kind of take steps to work on that so that you can be better in the moment, right? Or instead of snapping out of it and getting defensive, just like embracing the fact that, yeah, it is a bit of a problem. It is a bit strange. And look at this little baby spider. Can you see it? Can you see it? I don't know where he is. It's like so baby. There he is. Okay, go on. Go on. Don't. Come on. I'm busy. So check out Spiders Spring Change, if I'm not mistaken. You better get out of here. You're going to get crushed. Well, now he's on me. Here. Goodbye. Go nuts. Anyways, spiders bring about change. Spiders are all about the community and everything with this deck, too. So, anyways, you get the idea. Let's move on. We got cat granolas. Sorry. We got cat granolas. Oh my god, I'm not even tired. It's like I can't catch my breath. This happens every once in a while. Sometimes it's just that I have too much on my chest that I need to get out. Sometimes it's just that I'm not breathing enough. Sometimes it's like, maybe it's just foggy out. I don't know. But sometimes it could be the incense. I should probably take a break. But anyways, cat granolas. Focus on learning the secrets of others, but beware of using that knowledge to harm others. Be someone, be the keeper of the secrets, but not so that you can blackmail them in return. Be someone that people trust and avoid turning on them when it benefits you, right? I'll read it one more time. Focus on learning the secrets of others, but beware of using that knowledge to harm others. Okay, so no fucking toxic, gaslighting, narcissistic bullshit, earth signs. We are better than that. Anyway, viewer, let's see what he's got to say. Focus on science, especially medicine and dietary concerns. I have been trying to be so hard on myself about what I'm eating lately. And I notice, you know, my body feels better when I eat cleaner or when I do this and that, whatever. Just try to be nice and make sure you're getting nourished. I've been taking my vitamins, so I hope you are too. But just focus back on yourself. And if you are in school, I would say take that science class that you need to pass. Retake that low grade or face that fear of, you know, doing it again, whatever it is. Okay, so focus on science, especially medicine and dietary concerns. Maybe it's time to go to a doctor. Okay, Gamori. My rose, Gamori. Wow. Oh my god, I don't feel tired and I have not yawned at all. Could be the incense. I admit that. I'm gonna put them out, but it is very weird because it's also very satisfying. It's very satisfying feeling to be able to get a good yawn out. A good yawn to me is on par with a good sneeze, you know? Focus on finding and gaining new love or inspiration. I know, I've been looking for it. Oh my god, I'm going back to some of my old ways and I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to be doing that anymore. And I'm like, good point. I gotta focus, you know, get back on my shit. But focus on finding and gaining new love or inspiration. Okay, I like it. Now, top of the deck is Malcolm, even though we got these fuckers. Oh my god, I can't believe I pulled all those. You're not going to get so many Halloween oracles, I bet, but let's keep going. Focus on budgeting and frugality. Okay, so I would say that's pretty crazy to hear for earth signs. We must be doing a really bad job of that because I feel like we are of the most frugal in the zodiac. Like, name one sign better with money than earth signs. Like, what the fuck? But I know for myself, I do some excessive spending from time to time. I learned to have zero non-buyer's regrets. I'm like, I just sometimes if I don't buy something, I'll keep thinking about it for days or longer. And I'm like, I've learned to just like in the moment just say, fuck it, it's worth it because I'm going to just think about not buying it and regret it, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm fucking adding up. That fucking attitude I randomly got out of nowhere just really started to add up. So it's time to get back to us. It's time to be who we are. And that is a finely budgeted motherfucker. Okay, so focus on budgeting and frugality. Just because it's on sale doesn't need to be 20 of them. Anyways, Harborim. Beware of sharp wit and cunning becoming a destructive force if not tempered with consideration. Yep, that sounds like us being our blunt selves, not recognizing that we hurt people. Read it one more time. Beware of sharp wit and cunning becoming a destructive force if not tempered with consideration. All right, Nikar. Let's see here. Focus on taking necessary precautions and respecting powerful outside influences. Listen, I know that this can be more on a physical level than a metaphysical level, but for me or in this moment, I was thinking more forces beyond our control, as in forces of nature or powers of the universe or any of it, you know. Focus on taking necessary precautions and respecting powerful outside influences. Understand that no matter what you're manifesting, people still have free will. People still make their own choices. People still have their own lives and their own manifestations. So if you're trying to do something that involves other people, you're gonna have to fucking talk to them, ask them, figure it out with them instead of just hoping, praying, and manifesting them to be there for you. You have to be the one to do it. And they are at will to decide yes or no. You cannot will someone into doing something for you. Okay? I don't know what that sound is like. Gotta stop doing it. Focus on taking necessary precautions and respecting powerful outside influences. All right, moving on. Paimon? Go Paimon. Yeah, I know the alphabet. Okay. Beware of unfavorable first impressions. Many intelligent and knowledgeable individuals are awkward or abrasive at first as a defense mechanism. One should watch for those actions within oneself. Okay, duh, like, of course. I make terrible first impressions, I think, sometimes. And I judge people for their first impressions, too. I think it is important. I think a first impression is like first glance intuition. And a lot of times I change my mind about people and I end up being wrong. But that doesn't mean that I should be so harsh in my critique. You know, you can do an assessment of somebody's energy and realize that that's who they are on that day, or that's who they have the potential to be, but not necessarily who they are at all times, right? But it does sound like an earth sign to have defense mechanism on when they meet someone, right? So, yeah, I see that. Beware of unfavorable first impressions. Many intelligent and knowledgeable individuals are awkward or abrasive at first as a defense mechanism. One should watch for those actions within oneself. Thank you, Paimon, and now off to Amon. Okay. Focus on repairing relationships that have drifted apart through differences, finding common ground. Here's the thing. As confrontational as we can get, we can be very, extremely passive. I know that from firsthand experience of being a fucking earth sign, right? We might not like something somebody does, but we say, and they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out or it'll go away, whichever comes first. I'll forget or forgive or something, and it's not a big deal. I'm not going to address it. I'm going to just let it bother me and hope that it fixes itself. Yeah, sounds about right. We are the winners of confrontation, so we avoid it because that's not really the best competition to be winning now, is it? So, kind of got to do something. Kind of got to take action. Look, I put the whole book down for what? I'm going to read it again. It didn't freak me out, but it hit home, obviously. So, focus on repairing relationships that have drifted apart through differences, finding common ground. Try to see what brought you to the person to begin with and refresh the bond. All right, and then we have Alistair at the bottom of the deck because we're doing that too. He's a fancy dude. All right, Alistair. Deep breaths. Focus on liberal sciences, including observation and charting. So maybe getting into astrology, maybe again with the science classes. Wasn't I just talking about that? Where it's like if you're in school, go ahead and tackle that science class that you may be avoiding. Right? Maybe that you didn't want to take or you didn't want to take again or whatever have you. Just do it. Focus on science and charting. Okay, observing, charting. Moving on. Let's see what's going on for Halloween Oracle. What channeled messages need to come through for earth signs? There seems to be a very obvious trend right now going on surrounding ancestors because I think just the nature of the season where everything is dying and things are becoming anew, going into a new phase. It's just like the veil is thin, the connections are strong, and we are trying to listen to the best of our abilities, right? But I am here. My services are open to anyone willing to pay for them. Just remember that if you do need a more specific message, something that is going on or that you think might be going on, especially if it's got something to do with your relatives or ancestors who have passed on, relatives who have passed on, or ancestors, something's definitely happening, earth signs. What's that about? And it feels like no more cards, so I'm going to go with the grid here. Not getting anything. Barnbrack, sweetness and synergy, and the cauldron, synergy and healing. So listen, earth signs, I'm going to say this. And I will go card for card as to why I'm saying this, but you better reach out before it's too late. And I'm not saying anything's going to happen to anyone in your life. I'm not saying that, it's a final goodbye or anything like that, but people are not going to be there for you forever. And so I fall into the category of earth signs, but I'm also making some changes in my personal life, and I have some plans to do some things, right, to perhaps sever ties or burn bridges, etc. Now, I'm saying this because from the perspective of others, or even myself, somebody might be planning to do the same thing to me. It's like, reach out one more time, see how it goes, and then you'll know who you're cutting off this fall. It's a great time to do it. Let things die out. But see what lies dormant and see what's actually dead first. Okay, so I don't know. It seems very specific and strange, and I hate to hear that. But give it your best go. That's what we were just talking about too with the Damons, is like, not the favorable first impressions, but there was something else that was along the lines, right? The sharp wit and cunning, of course, but working on relationships. So it's time for you to reach out. It's time for us to reach out. It's time for us to stand up for ourselves, or it's almost like trying to heal a connection. But I don't really see why. And that might be our problem. That might be where we're pretty set on this decision that we've made. And we just think it's what we're meant to do. And well, I'm going to read these. I'm going to look at it. It's a little confusing of a narrative for me. What was the bottom of the deck? Barnbreck, sweetness and synergy. It's about coming together and healing relationships before it's too late. Again, it doesn't have to end in death, but anything can happen. So we have a face down card, which I'll get to, but we are starting here with the Skull of Darkness. Blind spots. About to get blindsided, bro. And like, I don't know. I hate that. I don't want to hear that. I'm an earth sign too. But it's like something that you just do not see coming at all. And it's going to shock you. Not just surprise you, but shock you. Okay? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because look, our ancestors are right there. The love and legacy of our DNA. They're like, listen, this is guided. This is divine. Just go with it. Trust us. Like, I know you're feeling like you were ambushed, but you know what? It was for the best, and it's what you needed. Okay? So skeleton strength is about standing up for yourself and standing up for yourself and doing what's right, but also persevering through these weird and hard times. We have the Winter card, Sacredness of Pausing. Right? So this winter, sit back, relax, and start rebuilding. Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. So sure, you got blindsided and maybe you burned some bridges, and you have to trust that this is your process. Okay? You will find rebirth in this. You will recover from this. Right? Forgiveness, reducing burden-ins. So it's time to forgive. It's time to forgive so that you can move forward without regret. Because look, we got ghost, regret. And then it's odd. This is why I'm like, this is a bit of a weird energy, because quite frankly, I'm not really sure exactly what we are supposed to do in this situation. I think this is more about learning for ourselves and practicing maybe healthy boundaries or healthy conversations, or learning how to have confrontations that don't explode or blow up. But it has vampire emotional intelligence. And so it's kind of like being able to discern when someone is draining you or not. And so it's very interesting to me, because it's like, well, why am I going out of my way to try to like stand up and fix this bond between me and this energy sucker? Like, what? I'm speechless. Like, but it's a practice of self-worth. Just because you say, well, I'm worth more than that. you know. Doesn't mean that they're going to pay the price. You know, like it doesn't, just because you pitch it doesn't mean they'll catch it. Just because you try it doesn't mean they will. It's like going through the process for yourself. So something's going to happen. You're not going to expect it. You know you're protected. You know it's for the best. You're going to stay strong. You'll take a little break, kind of assess, start creating, find your passion again, but then forgiving them for maybe ghosting you, or I don't know, just forgiving so that you don't regret never saying anything. I don't know. Or if you're apologizing, however it goes. But vampire, emotional intelligence, it's who they are. It's not who you are. It's who they are. So if you're dealing with an earth sign, I think that's why I have like the backwards thing going on, where it's like you're on one end of it or the other. Especially if you're dealing with another earth sign. But otherwise, I think you have to decide which one you are in the relationship. But this vampire, man, this emotional intelligence. Some people just straight up aren't worth it. But it's good to practice being diplomatic, okay? Being able to write the treaties, being able to work together, being able to see things for what they are, forgiving someone for being who they are, even if that means that they are bad for you, even if it means they're not in your life. It's just about forgiving them and saying, hey, there's nothing I can do, right? Good for them, I guess, but continue. Death. The eternal cycle begins here. So the death card in tarot is Scorpio, and then this strength card in tarot is Leo. Just want to point that out. We don't do the zodiacs in the oracle deck, I understand, but because it's spooky season, it's Libra season, Scorpio season is coming, so I do see the death as this onset of winter in these upcoming months, because again, the winter card is here, so it's very like, unfortunately, earth signs, something might be happening that you were not expecting, and it's gonna maybe fuck with you, but it'll be for the best. And it's like, it's up to you to kind of fix it, but it's up to you to also recognize when things are unfixable or shouldn't be fixed at the same time. So yeah, good luck deciphering that. I'm also going to be thinking about this, because what in the actual fuck? Skull of Light, Illumination. It'll all make sense. I don't know why I picked up so many cards and just showed us that one. Yes, we're getting blindsided, but eventually it will all be seen for what it is. And people will also be seen for who they are. Because if you look like the bad guy now, don't worry, it'll come out. You just have to learn to forgive and move on for your own sake and for yourself. So anyway, earth signs, that's what I got. Overall, a little bit iffy, but you know what? We're going to work with it, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing, because we're awesome, right? So thank you for tuning in. Mwah! Good night.